Believe in the me that believes in the you. Don't lose your way and use your burning soul. God, I love this studio.
Now I'll show you my burning firefighter soul!
Promare is a 2019 Japanese animated film and was directed by Hiroyuki Imishi and was written by Kazuki Nakashima, both of whom made Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. The movie was animated by Studio Trigger, who also made anime like Kiss a Neighbor, Little Witch Academia, and SSSS Gridman.
What about Darlie and the Franxx?
What about Darlie and the Franxx?
Promare takes place 30 years after the first appearance of the Burnish, a race of flame-wielding mutant beings who destroyed half of the world with fire. When a new group of aggressive mutants calling themselves Mad Burnish appears, the epic battle between Gallo, a new member of the anti-Burnish rescue team Burning Rescue, and Leo, the leader of Mad Burnish, begins.
Studio Trigger is one of my favorite Japanese animated studios, mostly because I love how wild and crazy their animation can get, and Promare is no exception. The animation that we get in this movie is a brilliant blend of 2D and 3D animation. Now with a simple TV anime budget, this doesn't always go over well. Hell, even with some movies like those Berserk movies, didn't always manage to blend the two styles of animation together well. But there's something about the way that Promare does it, I can't explain it, but it looks so fucking awesome. It also reminded me a lot of the animation from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which also used similar techniques. But Promare takes it up to the fucking degree. You can definitely tell that the director of Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill made this movie. The way he brings energy in his animation is truly unique and is hard to truly capture.
All the fight scenes just explode with so much energy and excitement. There are so many blink and you miss it moments that you just can't take your eyes off the screen. I saw this in a big theater that had a gigantic screen and it was definitely worth it. The fight scenes just leap out in front of you and you really feel like you're a part of the action. Just like in Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, the fight scenes are extremely over the top and ridiculous, but so much fun. It's fist-pumping goodness and I never got tired of it. The director also brings just the right camera angles to make sure that the action is never too busy or hard to follow. Even though there's a lot going on the screen, you can always clearly follow along with everything that's going on.
Complementing these fight scenes are a bunch of fun and colorful characters.
The star of the movie is absolutely Gallo, played very well by Billy Kometz in the English dub. Yes, he is essentially Kaname in both character design and personality, but hey, Kaname is a great fucking character. Gallo has so much energy, is always positive, is always in your face about it. He'll always save the day with his burning soul. His rival Leo is also a great character, complementing Gallo's energy with a more calm and subdued personality. They work really well off each other and Leo brings a lot of the emotional scenes of the movie.
The side characters of the Burning Rescue team were also enjoyable as well, though I do wish that they got a little more screen time. The villains of the movie get the job done as well. And even though, again, there are some repeat character designs like Gallo and Kaname, all the other characters have great designs. Like any good designer, these designs give the characters so much personality. Just by looking at the character, you can tell their attitude, ability, and role in the movie. And something that Studio Trigger always manages to do with their movies is their special fun and awesome factor. No matter what's going on in the movie, what new plot twist, plot points, character, last-minute Studio Trigger twist that is complete nonsense.
You mean like Darlie and the Franxx?
Shut up, Dave! That anime never happened!
None of it matters because you're having so much goddamn fun. You laugh at how ridiculous everything in the movie is because you're having a fucking ball. Each mech, each character action, and each new scene of animation is just pure awesomeness. And it helps that this is a Studio Trigger property that values emotion over story.
Studio Trigger has two types of properties that they have with their different anime. Some are more story-based, like Kiss a Neighbor and Gridman, while others throw story completely out the window and just want the audience to feel raw emotion, like Kill la Kill and again, Promare. And I did find myself getting emotional in different scenes of the movie. Whether it was because of the characters' great performances, the fantastic fight scenes, or just the characters screaming nonsense. It didn't matter because this movie was making me feel something, and honestly, that's a compliment. With all that said, however, I would say that the story is the weakest part of Promare, because it is hella predictable.
You can guess every character motivation, every plot point, every twist, every fucking thing that happens in this movie. Nothing really surprised me while watching Promare, but again, it's because the movie values emotion over story. But that's not really a good excuse.
Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann also valued emotion over story, but they still had great stories and writing, ridiculous as it all may have been. Promare's story does not make a lick of sense. It pulls so many plot points, last-minute twists, and scientific words right out of its ass. While you may be enjoying the movie, you're never really understanding what is happening either. Though again, that's kind of the point, and the writer clearly knows this.
Also, like other Studio Trigger properties, this movie won't work for all people's tastes. Some people won't like the lack of a clear story, these insane and over-the-top fight scenes and animation, and characters that like to scream constantly. I adore it all, but I can tell some people might not.
And lastly, one nitpick that I have with the movie is that some of the editing and transitions of scenes always felt a little off. They would show flashes of images very quickly while switching to the next scene. This popping up a lot in the movie's second half, and I happen to find it kind of distracting at times. In the end, I have not felt the experience I did watching Promare on the big screen in a long time. I had so much goddamn fun, and even though the story was complete nonsense and did not make any sense, I did not care in the slightest. I mean, how can you when you have unique animation, explosive fight scenes, lovable characters in a movie that just envelops the fun and awesome factor? Promare is one hell of a great time, and even if you didn't get the chance to see it on the big screen, I would still recommend seeing it whenever you get the chance. I'm going to give Promare an A-. My god, do I love Studio Trigger. None of their anime are ever my favorites, but I always have fun watching their shows, and now, movie. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Even if it's another Darling in the Franxx.
Alright, this Dave, get the fuck
Ah,
over
shit,
here!
dude.